The ground shook as portals opened one by one, revealing alternate realities bursting with heroes and villains. Spider-Man swinging from webs, a murderous version of Captain America, and even a teenage version of Iron Man all stumbled into the fray, each with their own unique story and struggles. This was the moment, the climax of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Marvel's Multiverse didn't just serve as a gimmick, it delivered a richly woven tapestry of interconnected tales that left audiences breathless. Yet, amidst the excitement, the contrast with DC's cinematic universe hangs heavily in the air. While Marvel seems to have crafted an interconnected and engaging multiverse that captivates audiences, DC's cinematic universe often feels fragmented and confusing. How did we arrive at this point? Let's take a closer look. To understand why Marvel's multiverse works, we need to dive into the heart of its successful formula. For years, Marvel has adeptly introduced characters across various story arcs. Their approach intertwines mythologies, rooted in compelling narratives that allow each character to shine both individually and within the larger universe. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Wanda Maximoff, each character is carefully developed with arcs that connect their experiences to the multiverse concept. Think back to Avengers Endgame. The concept of time travel opened the doors for numerous realities. What's essential here is that each character operates within their unique lore while remaining relatable and integral to a larger narrative tapestry. The audience understands who each character is, what motivates them, and how they relate to others. This groundwork prepares the stage for multiversal chaos. Each portal that opens is like connecting the dots of a giant cosmic puzzle. The organic nature of how Marvel builds its multiverse, even with narratives as complex as What If, creates a sense of excitement and continuity. Fans tune in not only for the spectacle, but also to explore new dimensions of characters they already love. Now let's shift our focus to DC, where the situation couldn't be more different. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice arrives in theaters, and audiences are immediately hit with the weight of expectations. But instead of a thrilling adventure, they find themselves trying to decipher a convoluted story that seems to be asking more questions than it answers. What is the tone? Who are the characters? It's almost as if every element of the story strays too far from its comic book roots. DC struggles to establish a clear identity for its universe, juggling distinct tones that often clash. While Wonder Woman and Aquaman deliver captivating spectacles, they feel like isolated incidents rather than components of a unified, cohesive narrative. DC's attempts to create a connected universe feel rushed and haphazard. The strategy appears to play catch-up with Marvel instead of embracing its characters' unique stories. Fans were left with the feeling that they were watching a series of unfortunate events rather than a well-crafted saga. When Zack Snyder's Justice League was finally released, many Marvel fans could only shake their heads at the jumbled mess of introductions and rushed plot lines. DC did have its bold moments, especially with the acclaimed Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline in the comics. Yet, when it attempted to bring this concept to the live-action realm, it faltered. With the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover in the Arrowverse, while it garnered some excitement, it also showcased confusing storytelling and character arcs that new viewers struggled to grasp. It felt like a reward for a select group of dedicated fans rather than inviting a broader audience into the fun. Each cameo relied heavily on nostalgia, which further alienated those outside the core fan base. In contrast, Marvel, with its interconnected films and clever twists, masterfully creates a sense of discovery. Being a newcomer, whether through the multiverse or through new characters, would still feel like an accessible experience. Marvel acknowledges the journey while keeping it engaging. One of the keys to Marvel's successful multiverse is its ability to balance humor with high stakes. Marvel films incorporate levity that allows audiences to breathe amid intense moments, letting them connect differently with each character and storyline. The interplay of laughter contrasts with significant emotional moments, culminating in richer storytelling. Remember the banter between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange during No Way Home? Those moments of levity make audiences feel more engaged, rooting for the characters through both comedic exchanges and heartfelt dilemmas. It's this careful blend that makes audiences feel like they are part of an ongoing adventure, rather than sitting through disjointed narratives. On the flip side, when DC attempts to inject humor into its films, it often feels forced or out of place. The grim tone established in films like Batman v Superman and Justice League stands in sharp contrast to any comedic relief. The result? A lack of cohesion that leaves viewers confused about the story's intent and direction. Shifting gears from brooding dark themes to jokes feels jarring. Instead of enhancing the experience, it detracts from the emotional weight of the narrative. Another area where Marvel thrives is in its commitment to character development. The success of characters like Iron Man, Captain America, and even Spider-Man comes from the deep investment in their stories. Audiences have followed Tony Stark from a self-absorbed weapons manufacturer to a self-sacrificing hero who ultimately saves the universe. The smooth evolution from one film to another, laddering up stakes and personal growth, creates a rich connection with viewers. Similarly, we've watched Peter Parker navigate the trials of adolescence alongside superhero responsibilities, making his journey relatable and poignant. In contrast, when we examine DC's character arcs, things often feel rushed or, worse, unfinished. Superman's portrayal in the DCEU, for example, presents fragmented growth that lacks clear motivation. He oscillates between being a hopeful figure and a brooding savior, leaving audiences uncertain of who he truly is. This inconsistency makes it challenging to connect with the character on a deeper level. Looking ahead, Marvel's Multiverse shows no signs of losing momentum. Disney Plus is continuously adding shows with interconnected storylines, expanding the possibilities of its characters, while keeping everything cohesive. New projects, like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and the upcoming What If series, hint that the multiverse will play an even larger role in the future of the MCU, allowing creators to explore unique narratives while maintaining an overarching theme. DC's future, however, remains uncertain. With the recent transition into new leadership and changes in direction, there's a glimmer of hope that the studio will take lessons from Marvel's successes. There have been murmurs of reboots and fresh starts that could allow for a more cohesive universe, but skepticism lingers from audiences burned by previous attempts. DC has the opportunity to carve its path forward, one that draws on its characters' rich histories while ensuring clarity in storytelling. The foundation laid by classic comics, such as the Justice League and Crisis arcs, still offers ample inspiration for meaningful narratives. Yet, the key will be to embrace the lightness of character interactions, allowing the storytelling to breathe, while also giving depth to the complexities of its characters. As fans, we are invested in these characters, flawed, heroic, and human. We want narratives that reflect our own struggles while allowing us to escape into worlds filled with wonder and imagination. Marvel's Multiverse thrives because it embraces these principles, creating an expansive universe that caters to both casual fans and diehards alike. The battle of the universes. So why does Marvel's Multiverse work while DC struggles with its cinematic universe? It comes down to storytelling, character development, and the ability to balance humor with serious themes. Marvel understands that its strength lies in the connections made between characters and audiences through cohesive narratives that respect the source material while offering new adventures. Both universes hold incredible potential, and as fans, we hope that DC can harness its legacy and find its footing to create a universe that resonates as strongly as Marvel's. As we continue to witness the evolution of both Marvel and DC, one thing is clear: the battle between these two titanic franchises will continue. And in this age of superheroes, we will be right here, eagerly watching to see who will rise as the true king of comic book adaptations.